Why? Why?
He got the one. He got the one for Deji, though. He got the one for Deji, but we let him live it.
No, they just ran away. No, but they just ran away. All my ops are running away, and that's what's gonna happen.
No, you don't have beef with
Yamin is
nobody.
Yamin is gonna run away at the end of the season when out in this league. Yamin is gonna run away. All my ops, yeah, they're all gonna run away. They're all gonna be in the gutters. Deji has ran away. He scheduled a show with me last weekend. I didn't see him again. He ran.
Can you not hear me now? You should hear me now. Stinker and hooked. Okay. Listen. This thing removed all my sound. It removed all my sounds, bro. Okay. It's dark, but listen, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you lot can hear me now, that's the most important thing. We can't run the clips because apparently you lot can't hear them. So if you can't hear them, I don't see the point of running any clips. Do you know what I'm saying? But what do you mean rapping to the ghost, bro?
Let me just tell you something, yeah? Stop fucking calling me negative. Stop fucking gaslighting me. Stop fucking telling me what to do. If you're in your bedroom, if you're at home, stop fucking telling me how I should see this football club, yeah? There was no style, there was no control, there's no balance. It is fucking garbage, and we did not deserve anything today, yeah? Let me make that clear. Let me make that fucking clear today, yeah? That goal at the end, yeah, was a gimmick, mate. It was absolutely poor.
Okay, hold on. Now I want to do something here.
Has no functionality. They don't know how to operate. They don't know how to think. We laugh at Chelsea. Wallahi, Chelsea are clear of us in the transfer window. We laugh at Chelsea. Wallahi, they have more direction than us. Wallahi, Chelsea have more direction than us. Wallah, they have more direction. At least Chelsea throw all the shit on the wall in the hopes that something sticks. And at the end of the day, Palmer stuck, Caicedo stuck, and fucking that right back stuck. Not Reece James, the other guy. He's stuck. At least you throw it on the wall and something sticks. We don't even, we just look at the wall. We stare at the wall in the hopes, hey, look, this is Liverpool. I'm looking at this wall, it's blue. I keep looking at it. Maybe one day it will become purple. Maybe one day it'll become purple. I look at it. Maybe one day it'll become black. Maybe one day it will become green. Maybe one album. Go fuck yourself. My favorite album is Where Is My Signings? Where is the players? That's my favorite album.
That's it. Don't think I want to do any more. Do you know what I'm saying? Other than that, big up to everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? For pulling up. I ain't done these in a while, you can tell. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything's going left today. But besides that, make sure you're liking, you know what I'm saying, and subscribing. Let me go through the chat as well. Big up to my boy Kizzy every time. Make sure you're subscribing to Kizzy. Yeah. Who else is here? Big up to Dylan in the chat. Big up to Pierre. Yeah, everyone's saying it was muted, bro. You get me? But it's important. It's important. Do you know what I'm saying? To run the.
Why? Why?
You know what I'm saying? Where you at? Listen, I didn't even know I was muted. Big up to Lion Point. Big up to Demon Nat or Demon Nat. Big up to Rory. You know what I'm saying? It's a while since I called this brother Master Splinter. It's been a while. Who else is here? Hey, big up to my boy Zir. Big up to Mello. Man said I'm yapping to the ghosts. I watched the Troops video today, you know. Man was in... I can't even... You know what's funny, yeah? I found out about the Morgan Rogers news, yeah, because a friend of mine called me and I was thinking, why are you calling me again? We literally just spoke. Like, why are you calling me again? He's like, have you seen the news? And I'm like, what news? He goes, check Twitter, check Twitter. They didn't even tell me, yo, Morgan Rogers. He goes, go check Twitter. Gone to check Twitter. And obviously seen the Morgan Rogers news, innit? But I've like, on one of these Sunday shows that we usually do, yeah, when Joey used to jump on, big up to Joey, yeah, we spoke about Morgan Rogers like a couple of seasons ago, like, or the beginning of last season. I think after won the Club World Cup, I think, in that summer or sometime around there, or even before. But I remember speaking about Morgan Rogers and we saying, okay, you know what? You know what I'm saying? It was like, whatever, innit? We used to have those conversations, what he can do in the team, blah, 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 blah. But other than that, it's like, we knew that he was always, they liked Morgan Rogers. We've always known this. All of us here, Chelsea fans, we know. You see what they're doing with the Wharton thing this season? We already knew about this. We knew that Chelsea appreciate Wharton. All of us knew that. Do you know what I'm saying? Or Chelsea appreciate Rodgers. We knew, we knocked on their door sometimes throughout the season. Like, we already knew all this. So, like, when people are making it sound like, oh, it's the first time they're like, bro, we've always liked Rodgers as a club. We knew this, yeah? But, other than that, though, it was like, it kind of weird seeing Arsenal knock on their, not like trying to start negotiations and that, and not hearing anything to do with Chelsea. I was like, at least if you lot liked him as much as you claim to do with all the briefs, we'd expect you to go and knock on his door. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't hear anything. And then obviously it looked like it was about to get done over that side. And then boom. Like, listen, we just found out yesterday, yo, whatever, innit? You know what I'm saying? So, look, everyone knows, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Rodgers. Like, I don't hate him. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I know he could provide something, you know what I'm saying, to our team in terms of legs, in terms of, you know, the ball carrying that we don't have in midfield, especially. Or if he plays on the left, then he can do that. But my main thing's always been, I don't like the left wingers. It's similar to what happened to Eze last season, because some people won't understand what I'm saying until you have to give them an example, yeah? You had the Eze situation last season, and it's the same thing I said about the Javi Simmons one, yeah? They all, what do they all have in common? They're 10s that can play on the left, yeah? Or whatever you want to call them, half space, hybrid, Toyota hybrid, plug-in hybrid, mild hybrid, all these hybrid versions, you know what I'm saying? E-Power, Nissan, like, we get it. Do you know what I'm saying? You half electric, half engine, you know what I'm saying? We get it. But my point is, yeah, it's not the same putting some dunny that is a winger on the left than putting him in the 10. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what happens, what we saw with Eze. Do you remember? You saw what happened? Was it Arteta kept telling him, come on the touch line. He was shouting at him in the beginning. Then he was like, nah, we want to play him there. At some point, either he doesn't track back or something happens, or he doesn't, and he's very predictable. Those kind of players that play out wide, yeah, they can do a job there. On the day, they can play really well on the wing, but it's not their thing, innit? Which is why they always got in. As a fullback, it's the easiest thing to defend. You know, man like Eze is going to go cut in. A normal winger, you don't know. Like a touchline winger, you don't know, is he going to cut in? Is he going to run down the line? Whatever. But those are my things that I'm not sure about, innit? That's the bits that I'm not sure about. Besides that, though, if you're still looking at the player himself and thinking about, okay, cool, what can he provide to the team and that, he's a quality signing considering what we've been signing and in recent times, and the profile wise, he is a player that we need, and he's Premier League proven. So all those things tick. But listen, yeah, £170 million though, yeah. Hey, £170 million. Hey, dark. You know what I'm saying? Dark. That type of money, yeah, on a player is crazy, bro. Do you get me? But the only thing that can kind of laugh about, yeah, is this. You know what I mean? Arsenal fans, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, but what? I was gonna say, yeah,
Give me some more bottles. Mount water. Give me some bottles. One more bottles. Mount bottles.
Give me some bottled water, man.
Mount bottles.
Give me some bottled water, man.
Yeah, Mount water.
I haven't even got bottles, so if you could, please.
How about this? I'm parched.
Give me some bottles.
Yeah. So, listen, we knew he wanted to come to the brother. When I watched Smiley's video, yeah, I can't lie, I died. Because that brother is like, I don't even care that we won the league this season. We're champions. But how's the team with no Champions League football? They're 10th, getting a player over us. We're supposed to be getting all those players. Yeah. And that's the bit that I kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's the bit that kind of makes me laugh. But for me, I don't really care about that aspect, which is why you don't always see me mentioning, yeah. If you pay the money, and what we've done in the recent times as a club, yeah, besides the whole couple failures here and there in the last couple of years, yeah, everyone knows that when Chelsea are on it in the transfer window, as in if we want a player, no one else is getting him unless it's like a Real Madrid or Barca and they slap the money. We ain't seen Real Madrid slap money on someone for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's probably, what is it, like Jude Bellingham or something. That's the last time they spent money on a player. Everyone else, they just been bullying people and just getting their players for free. You know what I'm saying? Man, I want him. You know? A man just coming by, yeah, and just taking the player. But it's wild, isn't it? It's wild. Arsenal fans are coping hard. They latched onto the Mudryk deal. What's that lost to Ukrainian got to do with the Prem proven player like Rodgers? I see videos of my man training, you know. I see videos of Mudryk training, yeah. And there was someone that tried to start the rumor saying, hey, they took a photo of training, yeah, and I think they confused Jurgensen with Mudryk. They're saying, is that Mudryk at the back? But listen, at this point, yeah, I'll bring back Mudryk instead of Garnacho. You know, if he's leaving, listen, that's my option, isn't it? If we don't have to spend money, just bring him extra winger, just there on the left. If Morgan Rodgers plays there, it is what it is, isn't it? We did overleave massively. We did overpay massively. Yeah. Am I one of the few Chelsea fans that hates this Rodgers deal? I think hate is a strong word. I don't necessarily hate it. I just think I'll explain it to you. Like, yeah, the deal was done in 24 hours. Iqbali met up with the Aston Villa rep or one of them billionaires, whoever the owner is. I don't remember his name is. He met up with him, got the deal done within 24 hours. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we already spoken, and then to Rodgers before, we probably know what his demands are. And they said the difference was that Chelsea inquired about Morgan Rodgers because they wanted to get the deal done. They didn't want to negotiate yet. And I think that was slightly the difference in it between for that specifically, in it. So that's that. Let me see if I can find what they said earlier. I will go through the chat, so I'm not really ignoring everyone. So for Arsenal, the realistic value of Morgan Rodgers was around 90 to 100 max, no more than this. But they wanted to start a conversation from next week. What happened in the last 24 hours is that Chelsea entered the deal in a very, very strong way. Chelsea had a direct meetings with Villa because they wanted to close the deal immediately. Chelsea arrived with the idea to get the player, not to start a negotiation. You know what I'm saying? You know what killed me yesterday, yo? Big up to big up to I notes here. I was thinking this because someone said to me, like, why did Rodgers choose Chelsea over Arsenal? And I was like, wait, listen, he's at training camp. He's looking at Saka. Saka's looking barely getting minutes. He's getting to start over Saka, but he's not. He don't even play for the best team in the country. Yeah, he's looking at Declan Rice. He's huffing and puffing every game. Yeah. Every player you look at, he's looking at Timber. That done is done. He's looking around thinking, right, I'm gonna go there and become a defensive 10, a defensive 8, or like anything defensive. Yeah, Arsenal probably wanted him to defend for corners or something. You know what I mean? So you never know. Yeah, you never know. So he looked at it and thought, yo, I'll just take the gamble and play with my boy Cole so we both can do that. The Cole celebration. You know what? It is what it is. It just kept it moving. But it does kind of confirm the idea that we might be playing with 2 10s, yeah, because I think Rodgers might be the left 10 and then you can play Palmer as the right 10 in it. That's what I'm starting to see because Palestra's the wing back. We got those 2 players now there anyway. And then it kind of you kind of starting to see the team shape up in the way that Alonso usually plays. So we will have to see more because I actually want to see them play. Because I remember when we saw Maresca's football and we started seeing him tinker with Mudryk at right wing and all these kind of stuff. He didn't know what's going on at first, but you kind of get an idea, innit? Some managers don't always try the same thing they've done before somewhere else. But some people revert to that. So some people might be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to come up with a new idea. I'm going to start doing what I used to do before. And then things change quickly. So like, to give you guys an idea, yeah, do you remember when we had like Conte? He came in and he was playing 4 in the back. He was playing all these different ways. And then realized, yo, I'm going back to 3 in the back. Forget all this that we're doing. We got slapped by Arsenal. He said, yeah, forget it. I'm going back to 3 at the back. And then everything changed. But then he has to figure out, okay, you know what, wing back, I put Moses on there. I got David Luiz, Gary Cahill and that Aspi. You know what I mean? He could start figuring things out, innit? And that's what I'm saying. You have to be able to adjust to certain situations, innit? So that's the main thing. But yeah, man, besides that though, let's see what else is going on. Wanted him before Arsenal wanted him. Yeah, we've wanted Morgan Rodgers for a long time. I know a lot of people don't realize it, but we've always known here that we've wanted Morgan Rodgers for a long time. So what else have we got going on? The jokes aside, I'm vexed Berta did us dirty. I don't know, you know. I think I've always said about Berta that, listen, he's had that good one season, yeah, or what he did in the last transfer window. But he essentially has to prove himself to you guys. The whole Berta madness thing, before man's done, it's weird. Like, I said the same about my club. Like, I can't be gassing up someone that before he even comes in and I don't even know what he's going to do. And then he can fail me. You know what I mean? I don't understand that, but we have now been linked to Rodgers for 2 seasons now. I hate it. Wanted some other club to buy him before we do. Hey. No, but I kind of looked at it and said, I don't really see a Rodgers succeeding at Arsenal. With Arsenal, you just need wingers, bro. If you're going to play the way you guys play, just get wingers on the wing. And by the way, that croissant Rashford, bro, he's not it either. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you lot get him before Liverpool, it's going to be fun. I know someone mentioned him. I think it's Godfrey mentioned him. Yeah, it's dark. Bertrand Fraud Watch. This is all Joe Shields signing all his buddies. Hey, Joe Shields becoming a problem, you know, for us. What do you think happens to Esteban now that Morgan Rodgers is here? How does that work? Esteban doesn't play on the left. And he doesn't play on that side. He's more of a right. So Esteban, I don't see him leaving anytime soon anyway. I'm happy we didn't pay the money. He's a good player, but he ain't worth what Villa wanted. Hey, listen, bro, you never know, man. Somalian, you might have to put your boots on, lad. You know what I'm saying? And go play left wing. Yeah. And then you can go on the picture and say, I am the captain now. You know the ones. I am the captain now. You have Xabi, so the signing's perfect. Rodgers is a baller, but that like Anderson and Tonali is not worth that much. The market's screwed. Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. Even there, I'll go into something else. Yeah. I didn't really want to skew into another topic, but it's the same. We just got this an hour ago. Yeah. Chelsea have now held formal talks with Palace over a move for Lacroix. AFC also appreciate Lacroix. Listen, I'm going to do what Northside done, and even though I was saying it before, I'll say it officially now. I can't keep saying Lacroix, bro. Lacroix. We calling this brother Lacroix, bro. Yeah, and if he had this Lacroix on what's it called? On whatever mode, on sports mode yesterday, he wouldn't have got done by Bellingham, bro. Yeah, because that was dark. Palace valued the French centre-back at least 55 million. Jan-Paul Van Heck moved to Spurs being used as the yardstick. You know what this does to me, yeah? This reminds me of who's the Swedish winger, bro? Elanga. Remember when they kept saying Elanga went for 55? But it kind of worked in our favour because then we managed to slap 50 or something on Madueke. You know what I mean? So it kind of goes hand in hand, innit? Yes, we do want a Rodgers profile, so you're right. But you see, Barcola's the only option left for me. Bro, good luck. But if anyone that wants Barcola, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they could gem up, hell, Benjo and that. Good luck, bro. Some people think, oh, he's so good because he's quick, brother. Yeah, like Mali was doing the most. He's hurting right now. Big up, my brother. Hey, that's big up to Savio Paul for subscribing. Hey, PFC. Hey, listen, I'm pretty sure PFC was subscribed anyway, but big up. These clubs move like Serie A back in the day, throwing money at everything. Hey, yeah, but then again, the so-called smaller teams now have money, innit? They're able to say no. Whereas before, they weren't really able to say no, which is weird, but Mali looked like he's having a crisis in his car. Yeah, bro. Male, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hold that, Male. Yeah, at least he was in his car, not in the toilet, you know?
I tend to find that a little bit more impossible.
Big up to Denzel. Big up as well for being a member as well. Big up. Congrats on the hijack. Yeah, smash the likes. Rogers, what a signing. Big up to Louise. The meltdown on YouTube is insane. Listen, because you know what it is, yeah? They messed up by telling everyone that they're the number one target. When you start saying, yo, this player is our number one target, yeah, just slap the money. The one I liked the most, yeah, was Paz, innit? Because Paz kept talking about, oh, we got more, we're going to get Morgan Rogers. Guess what, Paz? Now you're holding your lotion. You know that? Man, like lotion, man. Yeah? It's dark. And he's right. In his short, yeah, he said the right thing. I'll see if I can play it to you, lot, yeah? He's actually right what he was saying. Let me see if I can find this channel. Hold on. Huh. Damn. I didn't know F1 started. Okay, let's go. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Let's go, lads. Let's go. How can I share this? There we go.
Loser or a poser? You had one job. One job. I kept hearing after the World Cup, get a pattern. Just wait till after the World Cup. Are you a closer or a poser? You had one job. One job. I kept hearing after the World Cup, we're gonna get a pattern. Just wait till after the World Cup. Morgan Rogers is still at the World Cup. My man is playing today and he's getting signed. He's literally on the pitch in an hour and a half. But men are telling me we need to wait till after the World Cup.
Hey, he is stressed. He started to see it. You know what I'm saying? He started to see it. Yo, they doing them man dirty, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They doing man dirty. Anyway, let me see what's going on there. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Right now, is not at the World Cup. He's in Miami in a strip club somewhere. Makola and the rest of the French teams will ask him to have a night out in Miami. That guy's free for negotiation. Why are you taking so long getting your guaranteed by a man that finished 10th? Are you a closer?
You see? That's what I'm saying. He knows. He knows they messed up. He knows. Them ITKs lied to you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Them ITKs lied to you lot. They told you lot, you're cool, don't worry. Do you know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. And now, they left you, man, there to suffer, bro. And that's the thing I've always said to people, yeah. You can't trust them, man. You can't trust these, man, bro. 1 second, son. Brother, just close this. How can I fix this? No. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Where is it? That's it. Yeah, this is strange. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry. Okay, now let's see what the chat say. Might as well bring back Trossard already. Oh my day. I don't know if you watched my stream this morning. I watched some of your stream actually. Yeah, it didn't make sense to get. I said it on yesterday. I said it a couple of days ago. I said this. I said I don't understand why he's the first player he got rid of. Of all the players you could get rid of, if you know you're gonna get rid of someone like Trossard, yeah, who's reliable. It's dark. I know Arsenal always do this. I can see them panic signing Garnacho like they did Sterling. Inshallah. Bro, Garnacho's apparently put Roma as his priority, yeah. But bro, if he goes to Arsenal, I'm telling you, man, if Garnacho goes to Arsenal, I'm not slandering him like that, no. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna start praising him. Every time he falls over, you get me? I'm gonna be nice to him, man, bro. If he goes to Arsenal, yeah, bro. Inshallah. I call him La Croissant. Yeah. But listen, I'm not saying the La Croix anymore, bro. I don't know what to believe with these expert ITKs anymore. What's mad is if we were serious, if he was our number one target, we have to face-to-face talks with Arteta, apparently. We could have still matched the fee. Bro, there was no face-to-face thingy. He's been at the World Cup. So unless Arteta's gone, you know what I'm saying, there, you wouldn't have known. Yeah, man said, are you a closer or a poser? That's what he said. Hey, listen, bro, Paz my guy, bro. When I heard that, I was like, rah, he's cooking. The Arsenal terrorists have been feeding this man. They can hold that for being brainwashed. Bro, look, okay. Some of you as viewers, you see certain articles and then you move on, yeah? And I used to be one of you in terms of things. But once you do content creation, or whatever you like to call it, or you come out here and you speak about football, whatever it is you talk about, yeah, you kind of have to do more research before coming here, because people turn up and say to me, yo, is this player coming, is that player coming? I'm like, listen, man, I'm not an ITK, I don't know it, yeah. But even the in the knows don't know, because you're just getting fed information that the other guy's been fed. So unless Iqbali rings me and says, yo, listen, Yasser, we're getting Rodgers tomorrow. Okay, then I can say, yo, man, I could do the Indicala thing, 10 p.m. stream, you get me? It kind of more reliable, innit? But then again, I could still get played by my man, or something can still break down. So this is why when people come and say, oh, he's done, and I'm like, but we never heard anything saying the deal's done. Oh, it's going to be done. So essentially what they do is they've started gambling on YouTube. That's what they started doing. They gamble with the news. So as if they go with probability, 50-50 chance that that there's a chance that some player will sign for Arsenal, for example, yeah. And what they do is they come out and tell you, lot, the player's signing, yeah. And then you lot think, cool. If it happens, if it doesn't happen, well, you know, he changes his mind, and players can change their mind, by the way. Do you know what I'm saying? A manager can turn up and say, I want you instead, and all of a sudden he's gone to that club, innit? So that whole situation, yeah, where people are telling you about this player's coming, this player coming, you can't take that serious. And if you read the articles, they always say there is a high possibility the player will change his mind, or there's always this, there's always things that they put in the articles, yeah, that change. But then there's a lot of few content creators out there, you know what I'm saying, that are already known for doing this. They make the maddest. It's essentially they want to grab your attention, innit, when it comes to the whole you scrolling on YouTube, innit. You'll see Rodgers to Arsenal done, and you think, oh, let's see what he's saying. And it's like those videos where man are trying to tell you I'm done with YouTube, but then at the end they'll say I'm taking a 1 week break. That's how it's like. You're sitting there and he's trying to tell you, oh yeah, this is a difficult thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And they get to the point all the way at the end so that I can hit that 10 minutes or whatever YouTube. I don't even know what it is, yeah. 10, 15 minutes, 10 minutes video, whatever. And then, you get me, they're done and they're keeping it moving. That's as simple as it is for them, bro. And it doesn't matter that you didn't get no information from it. Yeah, they'll talk with high excitement. Oh my God, Rodgers is coming. And that's how they finish. And you think, oh, like, they're keeping it interesting, not very long. They make it sound like they got all the information and it's nothing, bro. Nah. I said, for example. I said, for example, bro. I never said Iqbal is calling me. Yeah. Now man are gonna say, oh, Iqbal is calling Yasser and that. Yeah, because if Iqbal was feeding me all the news, I wouldn't have been live today. I would have been live yesterday or the day before that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, bro. I would have been grafting, you know? Hey, I would have had all the news. Do you get me? I'm waiting for the WhatsApp message to tell me La Croix is done. You know what I'm saying? So I can already pre-make the thumbnail. I don't know how much money is. Nah, but I seen the video of David Ornstein though yesterday walking. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. He's walking through the subway. Don't mind the sportswear. I just came from the gym, but we just found out that Chelsea have bidded £170 million for Morgan Rodgers, and he will be going to Chelsea. He has his medical on Monday, And he's walking through the subway. I said, hey, ya Ahmar, you dropped the bomber to the Donnies on the street before we heard it. You were still recording. People heard Morgan Rogers to Chelsea in the subway. You know, you're not supposed to tell everyone on the street. You know, them ones. Obviously, he's in America, innit? Them man don't know. They probably think, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's one of them vloggers. You know what I mean? He's one of them vloggers. He's shooting his vlog or streaming. You know what I mean? They don't know he's David Ornstein. The ones they're walking, talking about, oh, Chelsea submitted a £170 million bid. Yeah, bro. But the only thing that I'm thinking about now is, listen, do we actually have more money? Or did these men just throw all their money on this brother, yeah? And then they're going to say we ain't got peace like that. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to start penny pinching for the other positions. Because I'm telling you, yeah, I need my defenders, bro. I need my defenders. I can't have this another season with no defenders. You know what I mean? Midfield, I wasn't really fussed about midfield. But can we improve there? Great. But defense, don't take the mick. You know what I'm saying? I need my defenders, bro. So that's that. And then, what is it I wanted to talk to you lot about? Obviously, England are out. You know what I'm saying? Big up England. They're out. They had their game yesterday, and obviously, when it didn't matter, they went to slap France. And I'm gonna be honest with you, lot, bro. France didn't even want to be there, bro. Especially that first half, yeah. These man did not want to be there, bro. That's probably one of the worst games I've seen from France. They did not want to exist on that pitch. Man said, I'm here so I don't get fined. But literally. Yeah, and what's it called? England are playing mad. And I told these man, it wasn't Tuchel's fault. Now, does Tuchel have some part of the blame here in terms of what happened against Argentina? Yes, but brother, I said this in one of the watch-alongs that we did with the man, yeah. What did I say? I said, England, yeah, have this thing. Before the tournament started, or one of the streams I done with you guys, yeah, I said, yo, if they go out, they're gonna blame Tuchel or the referees. It's never the players, bro. Yeah, it's never the players, because the players are amazing. But forget that bit, yeah. Obviously, I'm going to work, man are telling me Bellingham's world class, he's our best player, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, brother, like, he's not your best player, bro. They telling me we only got 2 world-class players in the team. I'm like, who? Oh, it's Harry Kane and Bellingham. Harry Kane and Bellingham. I'm like, brother, like, how can Bellingham be world-class, bro? Are you like on crack or something? No, Bellingham's world-class. All right, cool. Then, so when I went out against Argentina, I went to work and it's just quiet. No one wants to talk. Everyone's quiet. Yeah, I said, cool. Then, but if you go back here, we as Chelsea fans, especially the Chelsea fans, yeah, we know how Tuchel's like, innit? Yeah, because Tuchel defended for most of that game in that Champions League final. Yeah, he has the structure. We were, even before that, when he came in, we were very good defensively. Yeah, and kind of like you hit teams on the counter. That's kind of what he's gonna do. If he hasn't got all the weapons or specific profiles, he's just gonna play. Will be good defensively, and then you lot can hit teams on the counter. Which we actually, by the way, saw that yesterday. We saw that yesterday. So let's add some puzzles together. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Now, Argentina played. Who did they play? Egypt. Yeah, and Egypt hit these man on the counter. Egypt hit Argentina on the counter so many times, even scored, was it 2 goals or something like that? And on the counter, Argentina were looking very shaky throughout the tournament. Yeah, with their high line and all these things that they were doing, they weren't looking good. I big up to Akia, man. I hope you're good. If Alicia could finish, England would have bottled it. No due disrespect. He is world class. Let's be real. He's not world class, bro. Anyway, let's keep going, because I'm not gonna argue the whole Jude thing, yeah. Because where was he against Argentina, bro? World class. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on. Then they play whatever they play. They get to the semi-finals. We know England were just getting through games here and there. But it gets to that Argentina game. They scored a goal early. And you now think, okay, cool. You could just hit. You got was it Gordon and that? You could hit the team on the counter. All you have to do, is make sure you don't shoot out of the box. You don't shoot. Do you know what I'm saying? You just don't shoot. Why are you not reading my comment? Where's your comment? What do you think happens to Estevao now Morgan Rogers is here? I've already answered that. I said to you, they don't play in the same position, so there's nothing that's gonna happen to Estevao. That's your answer, bro. You're asking me the same question 5 times. I've already answered your question. Anyway, going back to England. England, listen. Let's add this, because I said Tuchel's at fault. Maybe going too defensively, whatever, yeah? But if you're bringing in Dan Burn, because remember, O'Reilly, you could say, cool, O'Reilly let the brother go out too far, yeah? As in, he gave too much time to Messi, whatever, cool. But if you're bringing in Dan Burn and them, man, yeah? And he's crossing the ball into the box. How's Martinez, one of the shortest brothers on the pitch, getting to the ball? How's that Tuchel's fault? Because they keep saying he brought on Dan Burn. 2, Tuchel's not wrong here when he says that midfield can't really retain the ball like that. They're not that great on the ball. Declan Rice ain't great on the ball. Anderson maybe. And Jude, we already know how Jude is. And I mean, every time he looks like he's about to fall over. It's not the same. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not the same. But if they want to get a new coach, they can get a new coach. You know what I'm saying? But they won't get a new coach. They won't get a new coach in what's it called, for the England squad. So I don't see that point. I don't see them get another coach though. So that bit they have to put after. I just think that, brother, he was trying to lock that game off in it. And I've seen him do it before successfully, bro. You know what I'm saying? With worse players at the back. So when a man's bringing extra defenders and the Donnies are, if you let him Martinez, you know what I'm saying, out jump you, bro. Listen, I'm not blaming the manager for that, bro. Yeah, if you let Lautaro jump higher than you when you got Dan Burn and them, man, you get me, in your defense, you're playing a 5 at the back and man jumping higher than Martinez jumping higher than you. That's your problem. That's not the manager's problem, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Dan Burn don't even need to jump to head the ball away from my man. So I don't think so. Yeah, he bought them. Yeah, my Yasser Tuchel, England most successful manager all time after 66. He bought bronze home. He did bring it home. He just weren't gold. It was bronze. You get me? That's all it is. It was gold, but it rained on it and it changed color. That's all it is, bro. Yeah, they got what did they do in America? Oh, we need to suspend training or whatever because, you know, excessive weather changes, whatever. Bro, listen, that's what's happening, bro. So all I'm saying, yeah, is it's dark for them. Yeah, I mean, it's not dark for us, it's dark for them. Yeah, I went there, I went to work smiling, you know what I mean? I said, looked at them, I said, yo, you lot can hold that. It's not my problem. Yeah, I already warned you lot about this before. So, like I said, it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Keep blaming. Now there's no pressure. They're stressed. Now, I think for them to win it, they can't win it with this squad, bro. This squad's dead. Like, bro, you can't win it with this squad. I'm telling you. You cannot win it with this squad. You can't. Wharton probably has to be in that midfield ahead of someone, bro. You know what I'm saying? You play a proper 10, even though, to be fair, Bellingham has been, you know, box crashing and doing his thing in terms of goals. But if you really want Kane to stay in that box and create for him, he wouldn't be in DM if they had such ballers. If they had such creative players in midfield, Kane wouldn't have ended up in DM. That's really the truth, innit? That's why he was kept dropping deep, because there's no people making passes going forward like that. Do you get me? That's it. Then you have, who is it? Rashi? Listen, I don't know. This Rashi brother, bro. Every time it looks like he could turn the corner, he ends up hitting the curb, bro. It's dark for him. Yeah, I don't know. But you need some... You need... Palmer needs to come back. Foden has to be in the team. Why Kobe Mainoo never got minutes, I still don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many players that you can add to this team for you to then say, you know what, this team can make it to the World Cup. I think Gahey can stay. We need to find a better goal. Brother, what's that City goalkeeper? What's his name? Trafford. That Trafford brother should be playing in that team, you know. It can't be Pickford no more with his short arms. Trafford could potentially start for City. I know City fans that want Trafford to start week in, week out ahead of Donnarumma, bro. So there is players here and there, innit, that should be starting. But Kane has Olise putting the ball into the box for him, bro. And we've seen Olise, I think he has the most assists right now as well, if I'm not mistaken, unless it changed yesterday, yeah? He had the most assists. So if he does it for Mbappe, who every 10 minutes is just falling over and that as well, or he needs five opportunities to score one goal, then if he puts it in the box for Kane, you'll see something happen. But the other Donnies, they're like, bro, no one's passing the ball. Saka bob pass back. Only yesterday he managed to do more. Because remember, yeah, you saw it, even with them man on the pitch, Tony never got goals yesterday. You get me? So it's not like they create for the striker. So Kane just drops deep, and then he allows Bellingham to make those shadow runs. The only problem is that they always like to get in each other's way, because Bellingham acts like he's the best 10 in the world and whatever. Yes, he did. Like, I agree with you, and he picked this team, so yes, he's gonna get the thing. He's gonna hold the core, innit? But brother, the team ain't done anything. Like, the players themselves always let you down here and there. Cool, we knew Argentina, when they get on it, they're on it, yeah. They can rattle any team. But people keep talking about 5 in the back, 7 in the back. But brother, like, every time the ball gets to certain players, man are just dying on the pitch. Even the players that finally won don't do anything on the pitch. I think Anderson was England's best midfielder against Argentina. You get me? The other Donnies, Rice was not there, and I'm pretty sure, did he get taken off? Yeah, for Eze and that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, whatever it was, or that was the game before. But he got taken off. When it mattered the most, he had to come off. Look at all the other players. Oh, then they said, but Rice wasn't there to shield the defense and that. Well, yeah. Yeah, Gordon backed the goals. But then again, Gordon, you could say he went ghost, yeah, but some people say that just because everyone else didn't score, but it's not about scoring, it's what you do. Because you can have an amazing game, but not score a goal and say, yo, listen, if only we got a goal, we would have won the game. So I don't really agree with that aspect in that way, but at the end of the day, you got to create for him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And in other teams, like a Poland and them other teams, everyone creates for the Lewandowski, everyone creates for that brother. Everyone's looking up saying, where is that brother? We need to pass the ball for him to get the goal. They don't do that in England, bro. Everyone's trying to do their own thing. Kane's there. He's trying to... Essentially, Kane's getting the ball, trying to create for everyone else. That's why he's not in the box, and that's why he doesn't get the goals. Yeah, I know he has previous, though. I know he has previous. I'm not saying you're wrong, yeah, but when I watch games and I'm looking and I'm thinking, okay, cool, yeah. If Kane wasn't outside the box, who else can make that pass for him? I'm looking around. There's no one on the pitch. No one that can make it and a pass, break the lines. Nothing like that. Ever. Man are just there struggling, bro. Swear down. These man are just taking a mick, bro. Taking a mick. But either way, big up to every single one of you. Let me see who's live. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm probably gonna go live with the man them later, yeah, when it comes to the game later, obviously Argentina versus Spain. And we'd probably Argentina versus Spain, bro. I don't know. I'm looking at the game and I'm thinking it could be a really good game, yeah. But it depends on how it's refed, innit? Because I like the way the England game was refed. The reason I say that is because if they ref it the way they've refed it, yeah, where the manager essentially said, the ref essentially said, I'm not gonna take a player out of this team, so they both could play 11v11, and it's gonna be high octane anyway, yeah. But let's just end the game with 11 players so that there isn't an excuse of ref robbed us and that. You get me? I've heard man say they wanted a red card in 3 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't want to see no red card in 3 minutes. You know, whether it's for England or for Argentina. Because now I'm thinking, okay, cool, I just want to watch a great game. That's all I want to watch. And we saw it with Atletico Madrid in the past and that. Like, there are teams that are going to rattle you, and you just have to beat them, bro. You park the bus against Argentina, you're playing into their hands. It's exactly what Egypt done when they went 2-0 up. If you are going to go defensive, at least man mark. Yeah, but Argentina struggled against Egypt's counter. So if you actually didn't lose the ball halfway in midfield and got countered again and kept losing the ball and get essentially fully sat back, you'd have had space. Egypt was actually finding space in behind the same way you did to France yesterday. If you just done that against Argentina would have struggled. And you could see, I remember watching the game, Tuchel was losing his mind on the sideline, yeah? And I watched enough of Tuchel to know when he's not happy. And he said the same thing with the previous game when you managed to win. And people, mentality. You know, they kept asking about mentality. And he said, I'm not happy with the way we played. We needed to play X, Y, and Z. And then Belaney was busy saying, well, I don't care and that. Because he bagged a couple of goals against Norway. Yeah? The signs are there. I know when Tuchel's not happy with the way you played. I know because I watched enough games of him and I've seen enough of how he reacts to certain aspects. He's not someone that's going to sit there and lie, but Yasser, you keep saying you lot. Nah, there's a certain aspect. There's a certain people that keep telling me it's only the manager's fault, innit? Or the ref. Or it's rigged. It's one of those three. I'm not any one of them, innit? And by the way, even if I'm part of the man, I'm not English. You know what? Listen, my nation went out early, unfortunately, against Morocco, innit? So, this is one of them ones. Yes, I live in England, but listen, it's Holland, innit? For me, it's Holland, bro. Support the Holland. I only watch the England games here and there. Now it makes sense. But it doesn't make sense because we have an issue with our manager, yeah? But we can explain why we don't like our manager and why we think that he's past it, blah, blah, blah. But either way, Tuchel's going to be here till 2020. Is it 2028? 2028. So we'll see whether he's going to change. And I also think there's a lot of players that haven't been taken to the World Cup that don't deserve it, that now need to step up and that could make the difference, like a Palmer, like a Foden, and a lot of other players in it. So, yeah, we'll see about that anyway. Listen, I'm redirecting you lot over to... Let me see who's live. Yeah, listen, I'm redirecting you over to Tintin and them, man, yeah? You already know what to say. Big up to my brother. Yasser TV raid on the way in. And listen, love people. We should be live later today and for the Argentina thingy game. But hey, listen, on that note, we're out. You know what I'm saying? We're out. Man said noddy.